You just told us the story about how you were Rico Suave in China.
I'll tell you a little story about Rico Suave.
Now, this is what happened. So, me and you
To a nightclub. Blood like steadily got more and more intoxicated during the night.
ordered a bottle of vodka. And that's how I'm drinking it by myself. That's where I should have known this one was up. But, okay, he claims I was hitting on dudes. But imagine, this is what happened. He was sitting on the table. So you see how we got tables here?
Yeah.
In China, that's how it is. Like the heaps of tables, and then there are people who are having a good time, dancing on the dance floor. On the dance floor are some regulars who I knew. So these are
They're your friends.
They're my boys.
Oh, they're men.
Okay.
They were men.
They're men.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But they're your buddies.
They're my boys. Like, oh, you back in, because of the city we were partying in. I didn't live there, but every now and then I used to visit. And they're like, oh, you're back. I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm sharing love. I'm happy. I'm drunk. I'm hugging them, man. And we're dancing, having a good time. I know girls too.
We go outside, kind of separate in the nightclub and stuff, then we end up meeting outside after the nightclub's shut. Full on snowstorm, minus whatever degrees, like you would literally, if you stayed out there for 5 minutes, you were gonna die. They shut the doors, we had to be outside. I turned to Bloods and I'm like, Bloods, let's go home. He goes to talk to me and he's like, and I'm like, what? He said, oh, we need to go home. He can't even talk. He can barely stand. Okay? So I'm like, if he can't talk, how are we going to get home? He's the only one that knows how to get home.
I've been in China for at least 2 years now. So that means I have some knowledge of the language. I know how to speak the language.
No one speaks English. And I'm like, how are we going to get home? We're nearly like frostbite is like setting in and everything. And taxis are coming up to us, and then they'll come up to us and they look at us and he's like swaying like this, and then they take off.
This is how there are holes in his stories. He claims I was too drunk to open my phone and get directions, right? This is the thing about Chinese drivers. If you are wasted, they're not gonna stop. Yeah, he got that bit right, yeah?
Yeah.
But I could handle myself,
So no taxi will pick us up and we're stuck in a snowstorm. So I lean him up against a light post and I say, look, stay there, look still. I say, pass your phone. And he grabs his phone and his phone's got a cover on it. And he can't figure out that he's got to open the cover first. So he's like going like this. And then I'm like, I open the cover for him and I say, what's your password? And he's like, ugh. So there's no password. So I can't even call anybody or call another Chinese guy on his phone to find it. There's no password on his phone.
Number 2, he claims that I could not open my phone and give proper directions. There is no way you're gonna go in a Chinese taxi and like drive and somehow you end up somewhere familiar. Let's be honest. Not that it's China. Any country, you're not gonna just hop in the taxi and be like, oh yeah. Driver, go. We'll figure it out. No. You have to give a destination. So I, the man who can speak a little bit of Mandarin, obviously said something.
What did you say? What do you think?
We don't know.
Say it in Mandarin.
No. This is the thing I probably did, because this was my thing. I always had a business card or a location, no matter what, where I'm going.
Very smart.
So my conversation went something like, driver, here, can we go?
Or
That's his version. That is Huge's version, but
But you were probably speaking Chinese and he didn't know, or Mandarin, and
Oh,
like it just
yeah.
seemed like he wasn't, because he's
To
like,
him-
you know, that
to him
could be
it's,
it.
it's a foreign language.
Yeah, he's
so
like, he couldn't talk, but you're like, I'm
It's literally a
speaking.
foreign language, so he thought you were mumbling. Oh.
Yeah, he thought I was mumbling, but I told the driver a particular direction.
Yeah.
Because the driver's not gonna be like, yeah, oh, I've got two foreigners, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
drive this way.
Yeah.
And
That's a good story.
Anyway, a taxi comes. I get him to act as sober as he can, stand up straight. I shove him in a taxi, and I just tell the taxi to drive because I got no other choice. We're about to die. At least we're in the heat,
Mhm.
and we drive, and we just randomly drive. Like I don't even know where we are. We're in the middle of China. All of China looks the same, and then I don't know what the plan is. He's completely just like in the taxi, just out. Then I saw something that I recognized. And I was like, I know that, like a building. I was like, I know that building. And then I stopped everything. And I said, okay, that's it, baby. And I hopped out. And then from there, still snowstorm, like snowing on us. He can't walk. I'm like carrying him through the snow. There's no one in the street because only mad people would be outside. And I'm carrying him through the snowstorm. He can't walk. And he's still trying to talk to me. Ooh. I know that we're in the vicinity, but I don't know where we are. So I spend like half an hour dragging him around in a snowstorm, like nearly dying. Like it's crazy. I find our apartment building, take him upstairs. I open the door. Israel's inside. I open the door and I push Blood Diamond inside, and he spews up everywhere, all over the floor, all over the door. Israel jumps out of the way, I look at Israel. I said, "This is your job from now on." And I go straight to my room and I go to bed.
Israel do not clean it up.
Okay.
And I know for a fact you would not.
That's the story of Rico Suave. That's the man you never want to meet.